Good morning, students. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please inform to all your friends regarding this class. So just now I have started the class. Please inform it to your classmates. Please ask them to join to the class. Okay. So I will share my presentation in the meantime. Yeah, is it visible? Okay. So while we are communicating the data, it should not be communicated in the as it is format because of various problems. So maybe the thefting of the data, and also there is a chance of producing the errors. So to avoid the errors and for the confidential communication, we must encode the data into different technique. So that is generally called as the signal encoding technique. There are various different types of techniques we'll see. So the minimum requirements about the line coding synchronization, clock synchronization, that we have discussed in the earlier class. So today we'll discuss about the various types of encoding techniques. So, for example, the basic need of encoding technique, this para I have given, that is both analog and digital information can be encoded as either analog or digital signals. So there is a difference between data and signal. The analog signal can be converting into analog data can be converting into analog signal, or analog data can be converting into digital signal. Similarly, the digital data also the same way. So digital data is converting into digital signal, or digital data is converting into digital signal. So like that, any information, both analog and digital information can be encoded as either analog or digital signal. That particular encoding that is chosen depends on the specific requirements to be met and the media and communication facilities availability. So based on that, so how long you have to communicate the information? Is it a short range communication or long range? What type of data you are using? So based on the conditions and based on the requirements, you have to choose the type of the coding technique. So general format of the coding for digital signaling. So for digital signaling like this, let us assume this is a digital data. For digital data, or it may be the analog data. So there must be an encoder. So that encoder will add some of the additional information to the data, additional information to your data, and that combined information. That combined information is in the form of a signal. That is some digital signal. It is, let us assume it as XT, which is passing through the decoder. So that encoded information, which is communicating through uh, the guided media or unguided media, and finally, which is passing through the decoder. The decoder, there is a decode the information and the actual information. What is the actual information we have to identify? So these are the digital bits. So like this, there are various types of information. So this is modulator, demodulator. So this type of signal, it is analog signal you have to communicate. This is analog signal we have to produce. Here it is the digital signal we have to produce. This is the digital block, and this is the general appearance. The appearance of the analog signal is like this. Signal is communicating in this format, and this signal you have to maybe the sampling. Sampling, there are various different types of coding technique that also we have to convert. Here, so all these things, there are different technologies available for the conversion. So here digital data, digital signals, analog data, digital signals, etc. What are the different types of techniques? How we'll convert the data? Because we have very limited amount of time. So in that time, how we'll convert? Let us take uh, this already I posted in your WhatsApp group. The detailed analysis I have given, you have to read it. So there are various techniques available in the signal encoding formats, digital signal encoding formats. So here different techniques, available techniques are non-written to zero level, that is called as NRZL. This is one technique. Non-written to zero level, NRZL technique, NRZL. So in which if there is any zero, the data is zero, that zero is indicated with high level. 1 is indicated with low level. So here in the reverse pattern, that is non-written to zero level signal encoding format, 0 is represented with high level, 1 is represented with low level. Similarly, next data format, non-written to 0 inverted, that is called as NRZI. Non-written to 0 inverted technique, NRZI, in which the 0 is represented with 0 means no transition at the beginning. No transition at beginning of interval. So that is in the 1 bit time, no transition at beginning of interval. So this I will explain with the diagrams. So here, what is the conditions of the 0? If 0 is there, what we have to do? 1 is there, what we have to do? So that we have to identify. So non-written to 0 inverted, NRZI format, 0 stands for no transition at beginning of interval. 1 stands for transition at beginning of the interval. 1 means transition. Every one bit there is a transition at the beginning. Then another technique is bipolar AMI. So that is alternate. AMI stands for alternate mark inversion. Alternate mark inversion. That is a bipolar AMI. So in which that 0 indicates no line signal. 0 means no line signal. So 1 means either positive or negative level. Positive or negative level. So alternative for successive ones. 1 stands for. So positive or negative level, alternating for successive ones. Suppose first one is negative level, next one is the positive level, like that. First one is positive level, next one bit is the negative level. So that we have to eliminate that DC components. Okay. Then next one is the pseudo ternary. This is also one of the technique. So in which 0 is positive or negative level, alternative for successive zeros. Like this. Here it is 1. Bipolar AMI, the bipolar AMI. So positive or negative level alternating for successive ones. But here pseudo ternary method, that is positive or negative level alternating for successive zeros. That is the difference. Here it is ones and this is zeros. So here 0 stands for no line signal, but here the pseudo ternary, that is 1, stands for no line signal. The another technique is Manchester technique. The Manchester coding format. So in the Manchester coding format, 0 stands for 0 is transition from high to low, transition from high to low in middle of interval, middle of the interval. Transition from high to low in middle of interval. Then 1 stands for transition from low to high in the middle of interval. So this is a simple Manchester. There is some advanced Manchester technique also, that is called as the differential Manchester. So in the differential Manchester, always transition in the middle of interval, always transition in the middle of interval. For example, 0. 0 stands for transition at beginning of interval. 1 stands for, so no transition at beginning of interval. 1 stands for no transition at beginning of interval. There are some of the other techniques also. That is the B8ZS, that is the bipolar with 8 zeros substitution. B8ZS, that is bipolar with 8 zeros substitution. So that is another technique. So in the data, packet to packet, we have to attach some additional zeros. How many number of zeros we have to attach? Some 8 zeros substitution. 8 zeros we have to add. That format also we'll discuss. So then this is this B8ZS. It is same as bipolar AMI. Bipolar AMI, except that any string of 8 zeros, is added by a string with 2 code violations. So we have to add with a 2 code violations. We'll see the data format, how the data is framed, that we have to see. There is another technique called as HDB3. HDB3 technique, it is also one of the important technique, that is high density bipolar 3 zeros. High density bipolar 3 zeros format. This is same as bipolar AMI. Bipolar AMI. So bipolar AMI is a very, very important technique. What is that bipolar AMI? So that is all this one. 0 stands for no line signal. 1 stands for, so 1 stands for positive or negative level alternating for successive ones. This is the bipolar AMI technique. That is the alternate mark inversion technique. So these two, B8ZS or HDB3, these two techniques are also using the bipolar AMI method. So general frequencies used for the various techniques. This is a graph for NRZ L or NRZ I. Generally, they are used in the low frequency signals. So this is like this. So here also, this may be moving to somewhere here. So therefore, they are used, they are very much useful at the low frequency signal because it is the normalized frequency on the x-axis, that is called as f by r. F by r. So from this graph, what we have observed is for NRZ L or NRZ I technique is used at the low frequency, and these techniques, that is AMI pseudo ternary, that is the, this is the graph for this one. But if it is the sharp bandwidth range, that is B8 ZS or HDB3, they are used in these frequency ranges. So very narrow frequency. So for the sharp data, we have to communicate. So this is the frequency used for it. So for the higher and higher, so for the broad bandwidth, these two techniques, that is the Manchester and the differential Manchester, we have to use it. So these are the certain graphs. Now we have to see the conversions. For example, this is my data 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1. So like this, I have some random data I have selected. For this random data, in each and every coding format, how we have to convert. So for each clock pulse, how the data, for let us assume for one clock pulse, one data bit we are communicating. So what is the NRZL? In the NRZL format, just you have to see these values. So in the NRZL, that 0 stands for high level, 1 stands for the low level. This is the condition. Similarly, non-return to 0 inverted, that is NRZI. So NRZI, 0 stands for no transition at beginning, 1 stands for transition at the beginning. So these two techniques we will see. So by this data, for this data, NRZL coding format. So let us take this NRZL coding format. That 0 stands for high level, 1 stands for low level. Then again 0. There are two zeros are there. That means the two clock pulses, we can use the high level like this. Then 1 is there. For 1, here it is this low level. Next one also low level. So for all zeros, it is like this. For all ones, it is low level, which is appearing like this. Now NRZI, non-return to 0 inverted method. So in this technique, 0 stands for, you can see what is the condition. NRZI, 0 stands for no transition at beginning of interval. 0 stands for no transition at beginning of interval. Then L stands for transition at beginning. So based on that, you can see the, so not transition 0. Here it is 0. For this, there are how many? So this is 1. So if there is 1 means immediately there is a transition. So this is 1. So 1 is becoming like this. But here after 1, there are two zeros are there. But that 0, it will not generate any transition. It will not use any transition. Therefore, this state, whatever the state here, the state will continue for next one. So here, these are not indicating it. This is not 3 ones. Simply 1 is there, but these two zeros, they will not affect any transitions. Next one is here, this clock pulse. So whenever this edge, whenever the bit is coming, the immediate edge. So here there is a transition. That is a low transition, irrespective of 1 or 0. Simply we have alternate transitions like this. So here 1 is there, therefore we can make it as a low. So first time it is low, so here it is high, next time it is low. For next bit, it is immediately high. This is high. So this one is, there is transition means some one is there. So without transition means that clock pulse it is 0, that it stands for. So whether transition is there or not. So how many number of transitions are there? Here there is one transition, this is one transition, this is one transition. Then again here it is one, this is one, like that. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 transitions are there, therefore there are 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So this is generally called as the non-return to zero inversion coding format. Non-return to zero inversion coding format. Then coming to the, so here these are concerned, there is uh, no negative signals. For these two techniques are NRZL or NRZI is concerned, we have 0 or 1. 0 or 1. So that is no negative signal. So therefore the signal phase is only 2. So signal levels are only 2. That is either 0 or 1. But whenever you consider this bipolar AMI technique, so in which, so most recent preceding one bit has negative voltage. So like this, here bipolar AMI, what is the technique? You just observe the technique. Bipolar AMI, this one, 0 stands for no line signal. 0 stands for no line signal, but 1 stands for positive or negative level alternating for successful ones. If there is 1, definitely there is a transition, positive or negative, positive or negative level alternating for successive ones. So now you can see this diagram. Here 1 is there. So 0 no transition. The 0 means it is passing through the 0 level, which is passing through the 0 level. But here 1 is there. That 1, this 1 stands for, it will move to like this immediately after completion of 1. So 0, again 0, therefore it is come to the 0 level. So the middle part is the 0 level, top part is a positive, and the bottom down part is the negative logic. So if 1 is there, first one it is positive, then second one it is negative, this third one again it is positive. So third one again it is positive, positive, negative, and positive. So immediately for these 3 zeros, it is come to the 0 level. So then 1, for this it is negative level, for this it is positive level. So how many negatives? There are 2 negatives and 3 positives. So by using this, immediately we can identify the shape of data. So this is the signal. Whenever you are using this bipolar AMI technique, the data is converting like this. The signal is in this format. The signal is in this format. This is communicating through the media. So this is communicating through the media. Okay. The next one. For the next one, what is the? It is exactly opposite to this level. Okay. So that is for 0, there is a transition. For 1, it is like 0. So it's exactly opposite to this. Exactly opposite to this. That is most recent preceding 0 bit has negative voltage. So here that 0 stands for, it is coming to the positive. Then again 1 is there. For this one, it is the 0 level. for next 0, this 0 it is coming to the, here it is positive, therefore immediately it is negative. Again this is positive, this one. So if two ones are there, therefore 2 in the 0 levels like this. Then next 0. So for every 0, exactly it is similar to, this is exactly opposite to the bipolar AMI technique. Here for ones there is the transients, but here these peaks are indicating the number of zeros. How many number of zeros are passing? How many number of zeros are there in the data? So here it is one positive, one negative, positive. This is negative, positive, negative. Like this, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 zeros are there. You can identify. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the 6 zeros we have to add. Coming to the next coding format, that is a Manchester coding format. So in the Manchester coding format, so what is the Manchester coding format? Now you can observe the Manchester 0, that 0 stands for transient from high to low, in middle of the interval. If 0 is there, transient from high to low. Wherever there is a 0, it immediately transmit from high level to the low level. 1 is there, that one makes a transient. That one makes a transient from low to high. So low to high in middle of the interval. So 0 stands for high to low transient. 1 stands for low to high transient. So the transient is exactly middle of the clock pulse, not at the edges. That you have to remember. So the transient is at the middle of the clock pulse. For 0, it is high to low. For 1, it is low to high. So based on this condition, now you have to identify by seeing this waveform. Here you have to see. So there is a 0. Here it is 0. So for this 0, 0 stands for high to low transient. So this is the middle of the clock. This is the width of the clock. Here it is, let us assume it is the middle. So first 0 is there, therefore from high to low transient. Again, what is there? This 1 is there. So for this 1 is therefore low to high transient. Low to high transient. So then what is there? 0. So if 0 is there, that means here it is low transient, high to low. Again, what is there here? 0. One more 0 is there. One more 0, therefore it will move to the high level again through this edge. Immediately for this 0, this middle of the clock pulse, it is coming to like this. So there is a positive too. So definitely, if there is any 0, this is for the first 0, this is for the second 0. So from positive to negative transfer. There is any other 0. How many number of zeros? Here it is 1 is there. So for this one, it is moved to this place, and there is a low to high transfer. Low to high. Here up to this. This is not there. The middle of the clock. So here it is moved to this place, and there is a transfer. Here. Again, then what is there? Oh, we have only few minutes time left. We continue the class until it will automatically end. So like this, you can make the transition. Again, this is 1 is there. For 2 ones, what we'll do? So for the first one, So for the 1 1, where is your 1 1? Here. So for 1, what is the transition? Low to high. So here it is low to high. This is low, low to high. Again, next one. This is another low to high. Then there is a 0. Then these 3 zeros you have to observe. 0, 0, 0 is there. But 3 zeros. So for 0, positive to negative. So 3 positive to negative transients are required here. 3 positive to negative. So therefore, this one. Let us assume the first 0. This is for the first 0, positive to negative. First 0. Then immediately 0. Therefore, immediately through this edge, it will go to high. Middle of the clock. You can observe the middle of the clock. If there is any positive to negative transient in the middle of the clock or not. If there is positive to negative transient, that indicates there is a 0. So how many positive to negative transients? This is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. So therefore 3 positive to negative transients are there. Therefore here there are 3 zeros. Then next one, it is a negative to positive. That is 1. Again it is negative to positive. That is 1 1. 2 ones are there. Just you have 2 ones. So this is the coding format in the Manchester logic. Manchester. Or the differential Manchester. You can observe the differential Manchester. So in the differential Manchester, what is the logic? So the logic is 0 stands for transient at beginning of interval. 1 stands for no transient at beginning of interval. So transient at beginning of interval or no transient at the beginning of interval. So based on that, we have to draw the signal format. This is the you can identify this. 0 stands for transient at beginning of interval. 1 stands for no transient at beginning of interval. Beginning. So that is beginning of interval means beginning of the clock period. Beginning of the clock period, there is a transient. When 0 is there, beginning of. So 1 stands for no transient. Okay. Based on that, you can see. So in the differential Manchester. So this is 0. Your data is initially started with 0. So therefore, at the just edge of your clock, here there is a positive to negative transient. Then next what is there? This is 0. Again, next is 1. 1 stands for no transient. So therefore, it is coming to this place. For this, no transient at the edge. Okay, no transient at the edge. Again, this 0 is there. For 0 means definitely there is a transient at the starting of the edge like this, 0. Next to 0. This is next 0. Transient. So low to high transient, low to high. Here also low to high. Then again, here 1 is there. So therefore, this edge, no transient is there. So for this also, no transient is there. So that means these two are ones. 1, 1. 1, 1. Again, 0 is there at somewhere here. So based on this, you can observe how many transitions at the edge. Here 1 transition. This is another transition. Here it is 1 transition. Then here 1 transition. Here 1 transition. This one also transition. So like that, you can identify how many number of zeros are there in the data. So this is the general format. So Here, unipolar or bipolar signals we have to pass. But if you are communicating the bipolar information, that is called as the biphase. The biphase schemes, which has certain advantages. So the advantages you have to see. So first advantage is the proper synchronization. So that is the synchronization of the clock is very, very important. So because there is a pre-detectable, so pre-detectable transient during each bit time. So pre-detectable formation during each bit time. The receiver can synchronize on that transient. For this reason, the biphase codes are known as self-clocking codes. So biphase, there is no additional clock is not required. Additional clock is not required because they are acts as a self-clocking codes. Self-clocking, no need of any additional clock. Then no DC component. So this is second advantage. Biphase codes have no DC component, yielding the benefits. So these are the benefit. DC is not there means there is no chance of producing the eddy currents. So because of the eddy current, some heat will be generated in the device. There is a chance of damaging the device. So that is one of the problem. Then third advantage is error detection. This is also one of the advantage. So absence, the absence of unexpected transient. Therefore, we can easily detect the errors. The absence of an unexpected transient can be used to detect errors. So therefore, noise on the line would have to invert both the signal before and after the expected transient to cause an undetected error. So these are some of the advantages. Coming to these techniques, so that is called as scrambling techniques. So that is these B8ZS as well as the other technique HDB3. So these are called as the scrambling techniques B8ZS and HDB3. So that is high density bipolar 3 zeros, and this one also, that is bipolar with 8 zeros substitution. In that format we can identify this. So this is the Manchester. After Manchester, so somewhere here for each 1 1 we can add 8 zeros like this, then 1 1 add 8. So this type of additional information, so adding of 8 zeros is one of the method. So here also how much time we have? Just last few seconds are there time. So if you want to ask any question, this is the scrambling format of the conversion. This is the HDBA3. This is the B8ZS format. So these techniques also very much useful in the conversion process. So with this, I will end my presentation. So if you have any queries, and I will post some of the questions for your